For such a long time now, WWE has had pretty much complete control of the wrestling market. Yes, there's been independent companies, but no one ever really challenging them. Well, just like WWE has AEW now to contend with, who are really knocking on their door, WWE Games have now got competition as well. WWE have especially had a control over pretty much the entire wrestling game scene, with the likes of 2K, Scopely, and others, with the only real competition coming from different titles, especially on mobile. With the likes of WWE SuperCard, Champions, Mayhem, Tapmania, Undefeated. I'm trying to go through every game I know. But there are two new wrestling games that are coming out, specifically card-based wrestling games that could be the successor in the future to SuperCard, or at least be significant competition. Before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that if you breathe oxygen, you're liking the video, because if you don't breathe oxygen, then that's kind of a problem. You don't want to collapse and die before the end of this. I mean, I don't know how long you can hold your breath for, but that's down to you. If you're going to enjoy the video, then hit that big red subscribe button whilst you're there, so you see more of this kind of content. Now, recently we've had the inclusion of AEW games. For example, the AEW console game is in development. And on mobile, we've had AEW Elite General Manager, which I just did a video for, the link being up there. But I'd like to know in the comments down below what your favorite wrestling game of all time is. You might just say, like everyone does, No Mercy, Here Comes the Pain. But maybe, just maybe, someone likes WCW Thunder. I mean, unlikely, but you know. So let's check out these two wrestling games. First of all, kind of came out of nowhere and really surprised not just me, but several others. It's showing some really good signs of being a potential serious contender to WWE SuperCard. Why SuperCard specifically? Well, both of the games that I'm about to show you are card-based games, and this one has signed up talents from AEW, Ring of Honor, Impact Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling, amongst many other companies. This game is called WrestleDeck. The game is early to midway through development, but it does include some pretty impressive names on the roster already. There's even WWE Hall of Famers in the game. The likes of Lio Rush, Ricky Morton, Rachel Ellering, AEW stars like Fuego del Sol and Masha Stamovich, as well as LSG, Alex Zane, and more. On the surface, it looks similar, but if you take a closer look, there's some significant differences, including entrance videos for wrestlers, or what some people still call Titantrons. Each card also has health bars with different moves that can be performed by each wrestler. There's also 4 major stat points. One is health, one looks like it's attack, defense, and either speed or energy, or stamina, whichever one you'd like to call it. From what I've been told, and I can share with you right now, it looks like these will have an effect on the in-game moves, but that's not confirmed. The game is currently touting 4 tiers as well to start the game off, based on wrestling show terms such as lower card, mid card, main event, and then a special, it looks like a special tier called Legend. Here's a picture of Lio Rush for an example, showing those 3 cards, and then Ricky Morton at the end with the Legend card. These simpler designs might resonate more with old school players, and especially those who started playing in SuperCard Season 1, as well as the old school Champions and Mayhem games. You know, before the stats and the numbers start getting all crazy. Now, I did get a chance to speak to the crew behind WrestleDeck, and I want to say a huge thanks to them for the excellent communication and the back and forth that we've been speaking about. I can't reveal everything that they've told me, but it looks like it's got a lot of promise. And as part of this video today, I can exclusively reveal 5 new talents coming to the game from a pack opening, the first I've seen of the game, and these are 5 new members to the roster. These include Ashton Starr, Davian, Shane Mercer, Matt Makowski, and Gabby Ortiz, which is where I got the information about the individual stats. It also seems each card is going to have a number to it in each tier, as well as an individual style to the card. For example, speed or aerial attack, powerhouse style, or a technical style. And I'm guessing there's probably others as well. Again, a huge thanks to the guys at WrestleDeck for sending that across to me to reveal to all of you. And whilst WrestleDeck is still in development at such an early stage, it's looking good. And it's probably the closest we're going to come to a SuperCard for anything outside of WWE. I can't wait to see and hear more about the game. You can follow their social media page at WrestleDeck on Twitter. Alternatively, stay subscribed to the channel. I personally can't wait to get my hands on it. What do you think of WrestleDeck? Let me know in the comment section down below as we move on to game number 2. And this has already been released, but is in early access at the moment. Not too many people know about it either, and this is called Markout. It takes SuperCard and WrestleDeck, but instead of focusing on statistics, focuses on the moves instead. With the ability to create your own wrestler, as well as download them off the community, and take part in numerous independent shows, as well as creating your own matches, your own moves, amongst many other things. Or just going to the Steam community page for the game and downloading what you want from there. You'll be able to use moves as well as some of the more complicated ones as you level up throughout the game. Markout is currently in early access at the moment, and I've had the privilege of being able to play it for some time, and it has some major potential. The way it works is very simple. You create a deck of cards or deck of moves from those cards, and you can level those up and also combine those to become more powerful moves. You can also create your own moves, as I said, and then put those into your deck as well. In arenas that take inspiration pretty much from the likes of AEW to Impact Wrestling to even a New Legacy Inc. arena, which is pretty sweet. Also, a huge shout to the guys at Deadlock. That move that Tony Pizza Guy created in game is the nuts. Seriously, I use it all the time to end my matches. That or the Stone Cold Stunner. Anyway, I'm going off topic. Let's start off with the matches. Every time you begin, you're given 1 power point and 5 or more reversals. You have to manage these correctly and deal an amount of damage that would take your enemy's health bar down. As the match goes on longer, the more devastating the moves you can do, as whilst simple moves such as an arm drag or a suplex would only require 1 token, some of the more impressive or devastating moves would require as much as 6 or more. You're also able to combine certain moves with the likes of tables, ladders, and chairs during matches, as well as cages, avalanche, which is off of the top rope. You can also combine the moves on the go, so if you've got 2 clotheslines, you can combine those together to make a more powerful clothesline. And where it would have asked for 1 token at the beginning, it will ask for 2 tokens but do more damage. And this is only being in early access. I mean, I downloaded the created version of Darby Allin and just went wild. And don't even ask about Bob, unless you're on stream at twitch.tv/SuperZomGBBQ. Then we talk about Bob all the time. The good news about Markout is, like I said, it's in early release at the moment and is available to purchase, but on PC only. You can buy the game for $19.99. There is the hope that eventually this game can go over to mobile versions and tablet versions, but we'll have to wait and see. It definitely seems like it's a game that could benefit from being on those, even if it needs a controller adaptation. But we'll have to wait until it's in a fully released state to see if that's going to happen. And seeing as SuperCard doesn't have a dedicated PC app, this is the only real pick up and play wrestling game that actually has a dedicated game. The good news for everyone though is if you've commented, liked the video, and subscribe to the channel, everyone who's done so will be entered into a giveaway to win a free copy of Markout, thanks to Shannon Williams, the sole developer of the game. Yes, this man runs the game pretty much by himself. So just a reminder, you need to have liked the video, commented, and make sure you subscribed. Don't try to fool me, I can see if you haven't. Got a chance to win one of 2 free copies of Markout free of charge. And currently the game has no microtransactions, so now is the right time to jump in and play. So that has been Markout and WrestleDeck, 2 games that have the potential to be a successor or at least be some competition to WWE SuperCard, amongst many other mobile games. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Also, let me know what your favorite wrestling game of all time is. I have been SuperZomGBBQ. You have been awesome. Thanks for watching today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Hooks!